We get the EV. How about internal combustion engine with the Magma? Any chance of that?
Future lineup of Magma models. We don't call Magma a brand. We just call it a program. The highest, best of the best trim.
Welcome to CarSceneKorea. I am DK Kim, introducing Genesis, Hyundai, and Kia straight from Korea. And the car I came to meet today, you just saw it on the background, is GV60 Magma. And it's not a concept no more. It is a production car and the first Genesis Magma car that we've been teased for so many years. And I actually met that car's concept back in Germany, Munich. So if that's what you're looking for, I don't think you're looking for that anymore. Now we have the ultimate version, but feel free to check that video out. You can see the hype around the car, but let's go check it out. Aggressive aero exclusively for the Magma. This is uniquely Genesis GV60, which is crystal sphere. But we can see it's got the Magma touch and blacked out guilloche pattern emblem, the exclusive stitching on the seats, together with a monoblock performance brake system. Let's go check it out. Ladies and gentlemen, finally, Genesis GV60 Magma. No more concept, it's the final production model. But you see, I don't really get the hype as much as I did when I first saw the car. I'm saying that because, see for yourself. I'm not saying that this car does not look gorgeous or is not beyond my expectations, by no means. It's well beyond all of that. But what I am addressing here is that it came out to be the concept car that we met back in Munich. So the MLA micro lens array, which has been implemented on all of the latest Genesis cars. The penetrating design language of the Magma brand is wide and low, which is the characteristics found on all of the sports and performance-oriented cars. The canards right there, and it is also all OEM stock, no more extra add-ons. I don't know where it's connected from, so I don't see it from here. Okay, so this duct is actually cut open. It's functional for the best airflow, which also is the case for this canard as well. And these grills, the car being a performance EV, not necessarily all cut open. However, it has the massive active air flap on the front, which will open and close accordingly to cool down the car and suck in the extra air needed. So is these three holes above. This is not necessarily the design of the Magma brand, but it is actually there to serve the purpose of providing more cooling and air to the car. Underneath, the car being an EV, of course, it's completely flat. It is slapped around in 275, 35, 21. It is massive and it has a low profile, thin tires, and got the 4-pod massive big brake calipers monoblock, and it also is slapped around with the forged wheel. I really love the matte blacked out touch, and also the holes and bolts are all covered up, although that's just a piece of plastic, and I have a feeling that is the spinning wheel cap. Different patterns exclusively for the GV60 Magma, and we can see that it's been undergoing some severe tests. That is the black guilloche pattern emblem that I told you about. It really has a good balance of the Magma Orange. That actually is the official name of the color. The car has been over-fendered and wide-bodied. There's an extra design over there. The side skirts, once again, that 3 holes, it doesn't necessarily have a special meaning to it. It is just carrying over the same design language. And the profile of GV60 Magma, the one that we've been seeing and we know of, but this Magma Orange is really prominent on the profile side. I really love the fact that cladding and everything else is just Magma Oranged out, while the essential parts are blacked out. Big props, blacked out wheels, and this is actually indeed a forged wheel. I suspect it's going to be much lighter than the OEM wheels, of course. And this P0 tire is also co-developed with Genesis and Pirelli to suit the best characteristics of the GV60 Magma. Black also carries over to this DLO, daylight opening. And well, yeah, this all has been there before and ever since, but I really love how they blacked it out. You see, it's been black on red, right? But now it's going to be black on Genesis Magma Orange. What do you say? The Genesis emblem all blacked out, and uniquely GV60, there is another glass underneath right here. 3 cameras for DCM, digital side mirror, and rear view camera, and onboard camera, you name it. I really like how it actually sits up, and it's all functional, of course. And the rear spoiler is not flat. It actually rises up towards the tip. It functions more like the gurney flap, I guess. So it is there to serve the purpose, of course. The trunk, but I love the third brake light. That is massive, and I really want that on all of my cars. It looks upscale and luxurious, something that Genesis brand pursues and is found everywhere. Just look at that. So beautifully done. So all this sound you're hearing is actual roar of the GV60 Magma. It could be defined as ASD, Active Sound Design. And there's also many different variant, different modes. But the one you're hearing right now is also the Easter egg that Genesis Magma put. And this activates only upon the parking and neutral gear. And that sound is for you, for the car to notify the driver that the car is actually on the ignition mode. It's ready to go. So it will also prevent unintended sudden acceleration as well. I'll find out all of that in my test drive, of course. Inside Genesis GV60 Magma, finally, what stands out the most immediately is definitely this steering wheel together with the button. We have several different Magma mode where we can get the GT mode, Sprint mode, and My mode. The GT mode is actually Genesis Magma brand pursues, being that ultimate grand tourer, so taking you to point A to B most comfortably while having all that performance you need at a push of a button. And the Sprint speaks out loud for itself. It is for the ultimate track performance, and My you can set and customize to your needs. So right here, if you press on the boost mode, it will unleash the full potential for 15 seconds, which is the longest from the HMG that we've been getting thus far. And I really like that triangle, good old watch movement, if you will. It has that timeless elegance, and this classic design just never gets old. The tachometer in the middle, as well as the region brake. So all these menus self-explanatory. We can get all the info from the cars, and rest of the design we've been seeing and getting from the original GV60, including the crystal sphere that was exclusive, and it still is, to this GV60 until today. Luxurious finished black interior all throughout, all the buttons, heated ventilated seats for this crazy semi-bucket seats. And this is actually different from the ones that we've been getting on the Ioniq 5N and Ioniq 6N, just so you know, because the driver's seat also gets the thigh support. And this bolster is actually designed to be more comfortable. And I do feel that all to myself the moment I hop inside. And you can probably see it from this angle and video too. And love this Magma Orange seatbelt, the stitch and accents all throughout. We can never miss out. The drawer type shelf, where's my teen drawer at? Let me know in the comment below. It's luxury and performance everywhere, something that Genesis Magma is pursuing, and I can definitely feel it all to myself. And a Bang & Olufsen premium sound system. Just look at the patterns and quiltings they have done throughout the car. The second row seat and the first row seat. Look at all this, just beautifully done. And do not forget about that acoustic control, the button looking thing. It's called ANCR. It shoots out the counter frequency to cancel out the noise or control the noise coming into the cabin. And of course, the car being Genesis, it's dual acoustic laminated glasses on the front. a second row as well as the front row. And it's even got the thicker windshield on the front. And you can also lock and unlock the car from the second row seat too. Comes with the heated seats, just like so. And this circular design everywhere together with the oval shape. And that's also on the entire center console and dashboard, as you can see. It's black chrome everywhere. Just love the luxurious finish. Oh, and there is also a manual blind right here. Better than nothing. All right, that's it for today's video, going over and meeting Genesis GV60 Magma in person. Once again, not a concept. This is the final production model that you will get. And all this noise and sound as well. Although not as this loud, we will definitely be able to hear this inside out. And I'm really curious how Genesis Magma would have pulled this off in terms of the active sound design, because what I have felt from the other Ioniq 5N or Ioniq 6N was truly mesmerizing, because it was geared up and matched beautifully with how you would drive the car around the corners, accelerations, 0 to 100, you name it. This one's also got the ASD active sound design, and this noise you're getting is definitely different from the ones that we've been getting from the 5Ns or 6Ns. It's uniquely Genesis Magma, and it's only the beginning. So that's it for today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe CarSceneKorea if you did, and I'll see you in the next one. So look at that. It's a what a beauty that car is. It really is just the concept came to a reality.
햄버거는